Hi everybody, this is Noah from the Business Efficiency Webinar, and this is the end of 2017, and I'd like to dedicate this video to looking at the past and looking at some of the tools we can use to see how things looked a long time ago. And there's two tools we'll be looking at today. One is the Internet Wayback Machine, which is going to show you what websites looked like in the past, and the other is our Google News archive, these newspaper archives, which are actually newspapers from sometimes hundreds of years ago that have been scanned by Google and are searchable. That system isn't 100% working, but it's actually quite amazing. So let me actually first start with the Wayback Machine. So let's take a look at my first company, Data Fusion Systems, was founded in 2002. And though this particular website has records all the way back to 2003, to the very first entry of my website, December 5th, 2003. And that may not have been the first day. Oh, and all it says is all your base belong to us, right? That was my very first web page. And it's funny. I don't know why I did that. I was probably in a funny meme mood. But then in 2004, we can see some other changes were done. Let's go to the end of 2004 and see what the website looked like then. Okay, so here it's starting to actually come together. It's got a little bit of a menu structure. And you know, this is a 2004 website. It's basically a portfolio website. I was pretty lazy when I developed it. I think my buddy Mac created that logo for me. And it just shows some of the project I worked on in the early 2000s, etc., etc. Now, what if we went to a really popular website like NewYorkTimes.com to see what that looked like a long time ago? And we could see how far back it goes. The more popular the website, the more information it's going to have. So we have, this is what it looks like today, and then all the way back in, let's see how the earliest it is. And all these little, the fact that this is also dark means there's a lot of different versions that have been put up, since obviously they update their content a lot. So this is in November 21st of 1996. This was the home page of the New York Times. Wow. I mean, that really is the early days of the internet. And let's go now to maybe somewhere in the middle. All right, so this is September 1st of 2006. Okay, so you get the idea. You can go any website back in time. Sometimes websites look really bad because of the way it renders the code. But this one, it looks good. I mean, you can tell actually what it is. You can actually click through these things and read these individual articles. Although, admittedly, it can take a long time for them to come up. All right, you can still see September 1st here. Now let's go to news.google.com/newspapers, and let's find old newspapers, maybe about Buddha, maybe articles that were talking about Buddha. And I found here, let's see, Buddhist monk can't even touch things handled by women. Well, that sounds really sad. So that's 1951. Amazing, right? We're reading an article now in 1951, and we can go through and we can see. Let's just check this guy out. Let's zoom out a little bit. Some of the ads here. 4 roses in a nutshell. A thought for those who buy whiskey. Like, these are real ads. This is super just amazing. Look at this guy. This whole 50s guy is drinking a beer. How much does stuff cost? A 4-way mousetrap, usually 5 cents. Now it's only 2 cents. Amazing. And you can see here there are hundreds of newspapers that have been scanned. So the Advertiser, 216 issues, anywhere from 1863 to 1860 or 73, whatever. So let's go into one of these and just see what this looked like. So this is a newspaper from what does it say here? 1869. And it's called Grindstone City Advertise. Every man should settle up his accounts and balance his books at the close of the year. How interesting. That's where we're at right now, the end of the year. So obviously, I'm really excited about the ability to do this. I actually found it. I wanted to see some of the news about number 45's bankruptcies, and I don't know. Let's take a look at this one. 1991, Trump Casino to make a payment. Okay, whatever. Something about whoa, 6%. Okay, so, I'm sorry, 6% money market. I mean, think about that. I mean, right now on investments, what you get like maybe 1%, 2% on money market stuff. We got a Mercedes Benz here for $339 a month, 51,000. What is this thing? Anyway, I know I get all obsessed about like here's computer prices, etc. But just the ability that this information is saved and we can actually search it, I think is revolutionary. We can see what China democracy. Is anybody talking about that besides, wasn't there like a Guns N' Roses album? So in 2000, trade bill will expand democracy in China. We can see that. Okay. That's not that old. I could not figure out how to find the old ones. There used to be the ability here to sort it by date, but I don't see that anymore. Instead, you kind of have to go into here and just randomly look at the dates, such as this. I hope you guys really start using this when you have questions about research. And then also, if you want to see what a website looked like back in time. I run into a couple of interesting uses for this Wayback machine. Obviously, in my business, I build websites, so going back and seeing old content, even being able to copy old images from the past or old text from the past has been useful. But I also ran into a situation where I was renting a condo or something, and they said, oh, we never said that on our website about our policy. So I just went to the Wayback machine, went to their policies and procedures, did a screenshot, case closed. Like there was no argument on their end anymore about that. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm in my bathrobe. It's the end of the year. That's why you can't see my face on this video. But I love you all, and I hope you have a prosperous end of 2017 and the most amazing 2018.